Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Stasis. In the last episode we managed to get the surgery machine working, and we went through this very painful and uncomfortable back surgery where we got rid of this... do we still have it? Oh yes, we have. We got rid of this personal data tag. And so we managed to use this elevator, and now we are floor levels below the medical bay. And it looks like this place has been taken over by this ever-growing fungus crap, whatever that is. So yeah, I think that in this episode we are just going to explore these few rooms where we can get to. And this is the place where we also, or where I got stuck when I was playing this game for the first time. So I have no idea how to proceed from here, beyond these three rooms where we can go to.
This is ridiculous. How did it grow this world in a few months?
That's a very good question. So what do we have here? Computer terminal and vaporized pad.
These plants can naturally develop this fast.
Kane developed the technology to accelerate plant growth. Oxygen is big business.
Yeah, in space I'm quite sure that oxygen is a very big business. And besides, I highly doubt that anything grows naturally here. Anyway, vaporized pad. This is an evaluation platform for specimens and samples to be inserted into the glass chambers. And what about these glass chambers? Cracked glass. This vaporizer has been punctured by a hole, leaving a spider web of cracks in the glass. Alright. A computer terminal. Well, alright, but before we touch that, let's see what else can we look at. Metal plug. A polished metal plug is engraved with the slogan "Gardening, just another day at the plant." Alright. Broken vaporizer. Wrestled from the upright position, the vaporization chambers are now resting idly on the floor. Alright, let's check what we can do with this terminal. Report. The vaporizer, the perfected MKV model of the Kane Corporation, trans-state modifier, using advanced and unique molecularization. There we go. Molecularization technology. The vaporizer has the ability to shift a targeted substance between gas, liquid, and solid states, without any of the structural breakdown seen in objects shifted between states on a regular basis. The MKV is the latest model, but it hasn't yet been rolled into mass production because of the current difficulty fueling the vaporizer with resources on board the Groom Lake. Recent experiments undertaken were more than satisfactory, and it passed the Kane safety and security test with no adverse effects causing harm to the user observed. It has been capped to level 4 because of the specific nature of its technology and the limited quantity of existing vaporizers. During an experiment recently carried out on the royal jelly produced by hydroponics Dr. Gray and other observers commented on the remarkable speed at which the jelly was transformed into gas, thus placating their insect population. Alright. Activate vaporizer.
Vaporizer chamber compromised. Chamber is not airtight.
Not airtight. Aha, so I guess that we have to fill this hole with something so it's airtight. That's my wild guess here. Assuming that we actually need to do it. But since it's an option in the on the terminal, I guess we have to do it at some point. But what about this terminal? Dr. Sebastian Gray. January 2nd. Finally, we have more room for the Luncesi Harvey strains, which I have been working on so hard. It stays like that. It stays like this that humanity truly proves why it crawled out of the ocean before any other. My section has been expanded. I have more staff, true, but they are drones and have little other function. Now we can expand the research potential of Project Kitchen Knife and see what else the plants can yield. The oxygen production rate is quite unlike anything my initial projections could have predicted. Last year it became the worst kept secret on the Groom Lake, and all of a sudden I had more interns than I could comfortably employ. Their only function is to stumble about the place and ask troublesome questions that I have little time to answer. If only our world was more like that of insects. I have plenty of workers and drones, but none of the unwavering loyalty. Bees work and work, the faith in their queen, unquestioning and constant. That kind of loyalty is beyond price. These interns of mine have their uses, I suppose. We always need volunteers willing to get close to the queen. Get close to the queen? Oh yeah. I actually remember that one thing on this level, but we'll get back to that later, you'll see. February 16th. Am I surrounded by incompetents? One of those imbecilic interns got too close to the queen and she showed him her affection. Quite amusing, though not to him. This means that I must attend other accident debriefing with the board though. Dr. Malan does love to test me. I see him up on the hearing bench and he grins at me in that supercilious look that he has perfected over the years. I suppose that I have him to thank for my current position. It was his recommendation to the board that made them hire me in the first place. Still, I believe he has come to enjoy this little power plays. He does so like to keep me under his heel. That, my dear doctor, is only a temporary situation. Once this project is complete, the chess games that we play so often will no longer be our only battleground. Regarding the project, some of the bug eggs failed to hatch properly. I suspect this is why the queen was more aggressive than usual. There are more than enough drones to continue the collection work. Their unique chemical properties are doing wonders for the plants, although I'm running short of interns prepared to work in close proximity to them since the last incident. The worker I appreciate the most is Akisa. I was astonished to discover that she is related to the legendary Dr. Tenshu of the eugenics wars. I did consider mentioning it to her, but I sense she is utterly ashamed to have him as her ancestor. If it wasn't for men like him, our profession would be a hollow shell of what it is now. Then again, if it wasn't for him, genetic research wouldn't have been put back by several generations. Now would it? The technical quandaries we face as men of science. The insects are restless. They rumble in their apiaries and are more aggressive than usual. My personal deduction is that the presence of the marine thugs aboard the ship are the cause. Armed guards all over the place. I was stopped by one the other day and asked my reasons for going into hydroponics. Well, after explaining I was head of the damn project, I had the guard removed from his post and then the ship. This is insanity. How am I expected to progress with these thugs around? I recall complaining about the inundation of interns. If only they were still here now. Both Ivan and Theodore disappeared from their rooms last night, and I have had to speak to security about their whereabouts. They were Akisa's assistants, and now the production of the Queen's royal jelly has slowed exponentially. That's been a huge blow, but a rather extraordinary anomaly has appeared in our growth pods. Hitherto, whatever that means, undiscovered strain of fungus. Its origin is something of a mystery to me. These fungal growths fascinate. At first I thought it was a common garden variety mold, but after a substantial analysis performed by Akisa, it seems to harbor neuron activity. That is to say, it seems to exhibit rudimentary signs of intelligence. Intelligent plants, huh? We have recently created some unusual species on the deck, but the idea of a quasi-intelligent fungus growing and evolving of its own volition is exciting and frankly frightening. I have asked Akisa and the remnants of the team to cultivate it, but exhibit caution in where it is spread. I was asked by one of Dr. Malan's assistants if the fungal substances discovered growing in the bowels of the ship had anything to do with us. I lied, of course, but this is becoming alarming. Our experiments flourish at first. We may have lost more staff recently, but our experiments have been very fruitful indeed. And confidentially, the properties of the fungus is both extraordinary and terrifying. It has the remarkable ability to take control of a living subject's central nervous system and hypothalamus. Some sort of medical Latin terms, I guess. As observed in the monkey we used for testing. The monkey shrieked and thrashed in rage for the first few days after it was exposed, and then it became quiet, observant, and uncannily intelligent. It's certainly aggressive, but then again, which viruses aren't? No. We have officially lost control of the deck. Eden now truly belongs to the beasts. We have seen strange things. I watched as the fungus took control of the deck, as it spread through the staff, and much to my shame, I watched their deaths and examined their bodies. Nobody can cross the pot because the bugs are so aggressive that when Solomon went through in a rat suit, they ripped it from his body and stung him to death. It took mere moments. Still, I live in the hope that the insects will remember me, their creator, and perhaps see me as one of their own. Something tells me that that's not what happened in the end. Anything else? Emails, inbox and outbox. From Dr. A. Tenshu to Dr. S. Gray. My family. Dr. Gray, I do not wish to seem unprofessional or impolite, but I would ask that you not press me on the subject of my ancestry any further. I was nearly refused entry to medical school on the basis of my family's background, and the torment I suffered at the hands of my school peers regarding my great-great-uncle was unbearable. I am fully aware of his actions, and I have seen countless photographs and documents of the consequences of his work. I took this position to change our world for the better, not to be reminded of the skeletons in my family's closet. I have enjoyed our working relationship thus far, Dr. Gray, but I would prefer my family history no longer be a topic of our conversations. Thank you for understanding, Akisa. All right, and from Gray. And wait, from Dr. E.F. Way to Gray. Meal. Dr. Gray, I enjoyed our meal yesterday. It was refreshing to hear a man so outspoken on this ship. I appreciate your candor, and I do agree that perhaps it's time the board was shaken up a little. Although this is merely an observation rather than an action plan, I think the top leadership needs some new blood. I would second you if you decided to take on the challenge yourself. Your impeccable scientific pedigree more than qualifies you. By the way, did you know where they were keeping that new cargo? It seems rather like a waste of resources, if they won't even tell us where it is. Regards, Dr. E.F. Way. Alright, was that all? I guess so. Finally. Now, what is this plaque about? Let's see.
I don't think this will fit.
Alright, so we got this plaque. Not sure what to do with that just yet. And this door appears to be locked, but I don't think I could open the door with by using any of these terminals. Keita Yamada, civilian liaison. Alright. So she was a civilian. Liquid stains on wall. A green scum has stripped down from the ceiling, staining the wall. A network of green veins snake across every surface. So we can't. I don't see any commands to open that door. There's only activate vaporizer. Let's see. Can I use this plug on this cracked glass?
I think that would break.
No, I didn't think it would work either. But there's two other rooms that we can explore. Oh, corpse. Edwin Tiong, civilian. Alright, since another civilian. Why there are civilians here? Oh, by the way, did she have a picture? No, she doesn't. Oh, wait. Oh yeah, there were two of them. All right. Kate and James. Yeah, and the game doesn't have their portraits. Shame. So let's check this place out. Ah, there we go. I was wondering why it was so dark. Oh yeah, we can... Yeah, I don't think that going there is a good idea. Chris Rogers, helmsman, Groom Lake, Com. I assume it means communications. Oxygen collection tank, fat spinning fan. This fan's constant spin sends a heady blend of botanical scents through the room. A soft mechanical inhalation sound is audible here, while the tank collects oxygen produced by the room's abundant plant life. A gentle hiss indicates the oxygen collection tank continues to cycle. Tree. This tree is a perfect example of a species that has been gene-tailored for generations to grow perfectly in hydroponic environments on vessels, lunar stations and asteroid mining settlements. Thick wine. A growth agent has spurred this section of vine to flourish. It's now half as thick around as the hatch you entered through. Yeah, I'm quite sure that if we go there, we die. Another one of these tanks. A tank to collect the oxygen produced by the bountiful fauna in hydroponics. More corpses. Security personnel. Senior security personnel. Kane security. Alright. No portraits still. Observation platform. The observation point towers above the growth pods, providing an incredible view of the lush Eden below. I think I'm gonna save at this point and you know, just test whether we actually die when we go there, even though I'm 99% sure that we will, but you know, just for fun if nothing else, so be right back. Alright, let's go and see what happens. What? Can we actually use this?
Oxygen levels increasing.
Alright. Don't know if that was a good idea to do or anything, but, well, we did something. What about this one? Can we use that? Yeah, I didn't think so. Look at that. That looked kind of funny actually in a way. So yeah, I was right. Going there is a bad idea, but let's turn this on since we can.
Oxygen levels increasing.
Again, I don't know what that will do for us, but it's on. And now there's this one room, and this is where the so-called queen is supposed to be, if I recall correctly. And...
Are you fucking kidding me?
What?
It's some sort of insect.
Keep your distance.
It's tied up. Doesn't look like it can get loose.
Tied up? How big is it?
Big.
yeah, and there's that ugly son of a bitch right there. That's the queen. Queen insect. It's difficult to grasp the size and form of this insect creature. Udder-like protuberances sprout from its bulbous abdomen, while the pincers tap the air. Alright. Let's see what do we have here, and let's try not to get too close to that thing. For now anyway. I like that smile face. What does the smiley face even mean there? I have no idea. But anyway, a tree. A tall, strangely shaped tree grows out of a housing space in the floor. Milk from the creature is being fed into the tree by a pair of tubes. Milk? Oh, I see. They are milking that thing. Ugh. Jesus Christ. Hardened amber. Amber trickles from the tree, but most of it has hardened into an incredibly tough compound. Maybe we should take some of that. The overgrown vines are no less dense in this room. Milk cables. The tree has been pierced in various spots by these two cables. As you watch, the milk travels sluggishly through them and into the tree. Milk collection tank. These tanks exist to collect what is being milked from the brood. Not sure if I want to drink milk anytime soon after seeing this shit. But let's check out this computer terminal. Hydroponics, Queen Chamber. Report, the Queen's life cycle, week 93. Oh, we have to read these one by one. Monday, healthy dose, oh wait, I have to... Wait, how does this work? Oh, alright, never mind. Monday, healthy, dosa, responsive to stimuli, milking as normal. No activity. Healthy, heightened aggression, recommended, milking with only experienced staff. No activity. Healthy, highly aggressive, 3 personnel wounded in milking. Healthy, quiet, unusual brooding behavior, milking normal. Healthy, aggressive, 1 fatality via venom potions. Alright. Oh! The hell did I do? Oh, aha! Milk collection pad. This receptacle. Why is it so hard to read English today? Receptacle stores the processed milk. Take it. There we go. So we have Queen's milk in this canister. Alright, lovely. So anyway, anything else we can check here? Akisa Tenshu personal logs. February 20th. Oh, praise God Almighty! I couldn't be happier. Dr. Gray took me to one side and told me that I was the only person who had the skill and ability to take control of the nursery. He promoted me on the spot and said that I was now personally responsible for the Queen. The royal jelly that she produces has proven to be incredibly useful. I discovered through my own analysis that not only is the jelly an essential nutrient for the insect population, but that it has other amazing physical properties too. It accelerates molecular bonding in certain substances, acting as a thickener for many natural substances, while also regenerating their natural properties. With some engineering, I imagine we could turn this into a true medical breakthrough. Imagine doctors in hospital wards on Earth using our bonding agent to heal wounds instantly. Perhaps finally the Tenshu name will be revered in medical history instead of reviled. You know, what did your ancestor do exactly? I'm very curious to find about that. Know more about that. The Queen is a temperamental little thing, a fiery lady to be sure. Ah, but Queenie, you forget, I grew up in a family with more than one fire-breathing dragon. If I can handle my mother, I can certainly handle you. Ha! Although when she is milked, she is rather docile. I dare say she is rather attached to me. I'm sure I heard her purring at me. That's the only way I can describe it. I'm aware that she's a bug and all, but it sounded rather like approval. My parents kept hives of bees, so I've never been squeamish over insects, and I can tell the difference between aggression and favor. I'm still the only person who can get close without being bitten, and her bite can leave one hell of a mark, let me tell you. Hot King said he'll report his side effects upon his return from sick leave. In other news, Dr. Murik, one of Dr. Gray's subordinates, has requested samples of the jelly for experiments with his tree resins. He thinks it might have a use as an industrial adhesive. This is a little way from my original intention, but I do suppose it's a start. I try so hard to be positive, to be the person whose enthusiasm never once flags nor fails. But when you start hearing rumors that appall you to your very core, I tried to shrug it off, but recently it's become harder to deny it. I've been hearing sounds from the elevator shafts, the sounds of a wailing infant crying out in pain before suddenly being silenced. That is no rumor. Sometimes I lay awake at night, and I swear I can hear the crying of children. I can't be dreaming. I saw Encrasia to confess my fears. He gave me a prescription to help me sleep, but something in his eyes said that he knew I was hearing something real, and worse. And worse, it was something he was hearing too. More rumors. Dr. Malan is using children in his research. I have to ignore it. If it were true, Kane would remove him immediately. Surely. Even Dr. Gray appears to find it an uncomfortable subject for discussion. And this is a man who slept easily when Isaac got his left cheek torn off by the Queen. September 22nd. Is Dr. Gray short of staff again? Once again, I'm being forced to manage multiple projects. Only this time, it's an examination of an acutely destructive new spore that seems to have infected a few of the parts. First observations: it's a parasitic fungus that grows faster than a common weed, and like a common weed, I feel like it should be destroyed. But I know that Dr. Gray won't do it. He, like many of the other senior doctors, sees any new species as something to exploit it or weaponized. October 31st. In the darkness, something stirs. I can't say what. I'm too afraid to find out what it is. When Ivan and Theo disappeared a month back, we assumed they had somehow deserted. That was the official stance taken by Dr. Malan and the board anyway. How can you desert from a spaceship like this? Unless of course they used some sort of, I don't know, escape pods or little escape, a smaller escape, one-man or two-man escape ships or something like that. But I don't know. Last night's events prove that there is something on board with us, though God knows where it's from. It's the Xenomorph! The Queen was more rambunctious than I had seen her before, and milking her was certainly more challenging than I'm used to. Edmund was assisting. We have been short on staff and some of our volunteers are simply refusing to show for work. The Queen's environment has been disturbed a great deal, and so her violent tendencies are more pronounced. Edmund was on his way out of hydroponics when it happened. Something pulled him into one of the air ducts. I didn't see much. I saw him walking towards the decontamination chamber, and the next moment his legs were kicking the air as, whatever it was, dragged him up and into the ceiling, when he squealed like a pig. I'm resigning tomorrow. I did not sign up for mad science. I came to Kane to serve humanity and clear my family's name, not to watch my crewmates be slaughtered by a species that Dr. Malan refuses to confirm or deny. And lastly, December 3rd. If only I had resigned when I said I would, and if only then I hadn't ignored my demands to have the internal fungus destroyed. It's growing over me now, over my skin. It's burrowing into my flesh. Jesus Christ. The insects attacked again today, and it seems to only worsen Dr. Gray. And it seems to only worsen. Dr. Gray was destroyed by a swarm of them. And I guess she or was it he? I don't remember. Was referring to those flies that we also got killed earlier. And now he is only fertilizer for that ever-ravenous mold he was so curious about. The uninfected are making an attempt to escape. This doesn't include me. The emergency flares keep the bugs away. I told them to give me the flare to hold back the bugs so they could get away. I hope they escape soon. This fungus is making my head feel funny. I'm sure I can feel it growing through my ear canal. Lovely. Absolutely lovely. Email inbox and outbox. From Dr. S. Gray to Dr. A10. Foolish pranks. Asika, with the greatest respect, could you please stop the ridiculous pranks your group insists on carrying out in the fertilization chambers? I will admit that they are hardly dangerous, but they are undignified. I certainly wouldn't like to be present when a cane inspector stumbles upon a young Theodore racing in front of the Queen, hands above his head while shouting, "I'm covered in bees!" It is unprofessional. Please instruct them to cease their foolishness at once. Kind regards, Dr. Gray. And Dr. E.F. Way this time. A matter of spirit. Akisa. Don't worry, I don't think that you are losing your mind. Ghosts are a possibility, but I suspect that you are but I suspect what you are hearing is perhaps the sounds of devices playing in other parts of the ship. Ghosts are a possibility? What kind of a doctor believes in ghosts? Well, whatever. I do believe at the moment that the corporeal world and spirit world are very much divided. So try to calm yourself. If you would like, I can talk to someone in cargo storage about those sounds, but I wouldn't worry about it. This island is full of noises, but pay them no mind. What island? Well, whatever. But pay them no mind. For once, I'm quoting Shakespeare and not the Bible. Get some sleep, and maybe do fewer night shifts. Eleanor. Alright. And that's everything from here, I guess. Something certain that we have to do, but then again, there's not that hand mark icon. Instead, there's just that eye, implying that we can only look at it and inspect, but that's it. No, what else to do here? I don't seem to be able to touch or interact with anything else besides this thing, of course, which is a terrible idea. But we are gonna do it anyway because. Well, you want to see me, you want to see John die terribly here, don't you? That's why you're watching this Let's Play in the first place. Besides this story, of course, or so I assume. But before we are gonna do one of the dumbest things in this game, I'm gonna save. Alright, let's see what this thing will do to us if we come too close. Yeah, I thought so. It just ate us, just like that. Yummy. Alright, now jokes aside. Can we do anything else to this thing? I don't think that I don't think that we can really do anything to the Queen with these things. This one doesn't even have a bullet. Empty block.
Maybe. No, that won't work.
What? Tell me what? What were you thinking?
No. Crazy.
Yeah, well, yeah, it's crazy to use the gun when you don't have a bullet.
I don't know what I was thinking there.
Me neither, I was just testing. Unhardened amber. I mean, that looks very special and something that we need to take a sample of it or something.
I can't see it working like that. This isn't going to work.
Yeah, alright, we can't do anything with this amber. And I don't see anything else that we can interact with. Milk in suction cups. Semi-organic suction cups were custom designed to harvest this creature's excretions. Large swollen milk sac. A muddled abdomen, swollen egg sac, or plump milk gland. Possibly all three. And it looks absolutely disgusting. Restrained harness. This series of trucks holds the grotesque creature in place. Well, better not try to break them or anything, then that would be stupid. Alright, I guess there's nothing we can do here. So this is the spot where I got stuck, and I didn't know what to do at this, what to do anymore, and couldn't proceed any further than this. So everything so the game from this point on is 100% blind. I have no idea what's going on anymore. But there's also this locked door.
Another locked door.
Yeah, there seems to be a theme in this place.
Kane Corporation is watching you. We can.
And we also have to find something to fill this hole so it becomes airtight, or so I think anyway. This block didn't work on it. Nope, gone.
I don't know what I was thinking there.
And this won't go there either.
I don't know what I was thinking there.
I didn't think so, but what about this milk?
Maybe. No.
Maybe we have to use the milk to attract these whatever these bee thingies are here are. That's just my wild guess. I'm gonna save again just in case. Alright, let's see. Can I use the milk to something here?
I don't think this will fit.
Use it on yourself?
I don't think this will fit.
Fit where? Insect swarm. The insect swarm is great. The insects swarm in great clusters. Their bodies luminous like fireflies.
I can try to make it fit, but it may break.
Fat spinning the fan.
No, that won't work.
And we can't get to this corpse. Not that the corpse has anything interesting on him. At least, by the looks of it, he doesn't have anything. And we can't go and turn this thing either. Maybe we have to do something with these fans. That's also a possibility. Maybe try to make them go away from this room somehow. I was thinking that maybe we have to use the Queen's milk somehow on that thing. This is an evaluation platform for specimens and samples to be inserted into the glass chambers. Put some milk in there. Oh, alright. So we put the milk there, but I assume that we still need to make this airtight.
Vaporizer chamber compromised. Chamber is not airtight.
Yeah, I know. I know.
I can try to make it fit, but it may break.
We need some sort of, I don't know, maybe duct tape or something like that to make it airtight. That's what I would try to look for anyway. Static filled monitor. Another monitor displaying the vessel's favorite show, Static. Or Snow Blizzard, could be also that. The name of the show. This area is filled with a distinctive jungle scent. Plants are producing odor that are sweet, creamy and seductive in equal measure. To the bugs, I take it. The surprisingly pleasant aroma of the undergrowth is kept in check by the hard working fans. Keep on the good work, fans. You should ask for a raise after this shit. And we can't use the elevator to get back up, I think. Vines covering the elevator shaft. The elevator shaft, now covered in a thick band of foliage, looms over the room like a giant forest mushroom. And we can't use the elevator to get back up. And we can't go here. Because there's no doors or anything. What am I missing now? What am I missing? There's no special, no special commands here or anything. Except this, of course. Activate suction pumps. Oh, so we got another one. So we got another one. So we can get as many of these things as we want. So let's see, can we get another one? Yes, it looks like we can get as many of them as we please. But we can only carry one by the looks of it. Alright. Alright. And there's no other commands there, right? No. Reports. And nothing here. Alright. And we can't just give this stuff to her.
This isn't gonna work.
But then again, why would she want any? She's producing that shit. Yeah, I don't see anything here. Nothing we can interact with, nothing we can pick up. I see absolutely nothing. Nothing interesting. Well, the only interesting thing here is this haunted amber. But again, there's only that eye icon there, indicating that we can only look at it.
Maybe. No, that won't work.
So we can't just, you know, smash it a little bit and take a sample of it with us or something.
I think that would break.
Yeah. Nothing here, at least I can see any, and there's quite definitely nothing here either besides this corpse. So we have to do something either here or in the other room. Or maybe we have to do something to this insect swarm.
I can try to make it fit, but it may break. That's just crazy. Although...
What am I missing? Collapsed bridge. The flora here grew steadily, wrapping its limbs around the catwalk. Slowly but inexorably, the flora pulled at the metallic structure until it collapsed. But I assume that we cannot use that thing to climb up there. I think. The fan spins sluggishly as the vines, through the gap in the blades, have begun to wrap around it. And we can't turn this thing off either. And we can't turn this on. And we certainly cannot turn this on either. And I'm quite sure that we can't just, you know, walk around them either. They are basically blocking this way. Maybe there's something here that I have missed. Corpses, locked door.
This isn't gonna work.
I didn't think so. Active a vaporizer.
Vaporizer chamber compromised. Chamber is not lit up.
What did this have? Just emails and diary updates, basically. No commands or anything else interesting. So we have to make this thing airtight, so we can, well, do something with it using the queen's milk. The only thing that we have that I think we could use to make it airtight is this metal plug. But how we can make it stuck there?
These don't go well together.
I was just thinking that maybe the queen's milk is
I think that would just break it.
It's very thick and sticky and kind of like glue in a sense. Maybe we could have used that, but it looks like that's not the case.
I think that would break.
So I assume that it's a very same liquid-like substance like milk. That's why it's called milk then, I guess.
It doesn't work like that. Maybe.
Gone with the block.
No, that won't work.
Nope.
These don't go well together.
Alright folks, I'm going to end this episode here. This is exactly like that, 2 years ago when I was playing this game for the first time. And I'm once again stuck in the same spot here. I just don't know how to proceed from here. Not yet anyway. I might actually have to go and play this game again by myself off screen before the next episode. So yeah, I'm just gonna stop here. So, thank you for watching once again and see you next time for more Stasis.